Hook a brother up with some old school.
You know what, man? If you want some old school, then you come back here and find it yourself.
Nope. Ah, damn, now we talking.
Oh my gosh. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Groove Check. Today we're going to be listening to another album that I have never heard before. This time it is a jazz record. I can't say that I've listened to too much jazz in my time, so I'm very interested to hear the musicality of the record, how the different instruments kind of play together, and just the space within the mix as well. I'm talking about John Coltrane's Blue Train. Now this pressing is actually by Blue Note Tone Poet. I've got that just there, hopefully you can see that. And it's actually mastered from the original analog tapes, which is always nice. It is also 180 grams, so it's got that thickness. And by the looks of things, it looks like Mr. Coltrane actually plays the tenor sax, so we'll be keeping an ear out for that as well. Just poke it out of the outer sleeve here, and it is nice that it comes with one of these. So I realize it might be quite loud with the microphone there. Geez, they really wrap it, huh? Fortunately, I might just have to... Oh, I see. It's double wrapped. Nice. Well, I could have kept that if I was a bit nicer with it. But it looks like this one might tear open from the top. Yeah, it does. That's nice. So we'll be able to store this back in the packaging here. There we have it. Looks quite nice. Feels really nice, actually. It's got like a nice glossy finish, which I think nearly every other record I have doesn't really have that glossy touch. So that's quite nice, and it feels like it will last. We see here in the middle, we've just got some pictures of all the members. And on the edge here, we should have the record. Now it looks like it is a single LP. Got here running at 33 1/3 RPM. And yeah, as you can see, Blue Note. From what I've heard, a really, really good pressing company. Get that out of the sleeve now. First thing I'm noticing is it's a very thick record. Compared to the Bowie record we just listened to, this is like double. This is a lot thicker. That's great. All right, we've got it on the record player now. Time to give it a clean. And yes, new records even need cleaning. Just close the dust cover while we get ready. As always, we'll pop the record up there. Get the good old IE200s in. Hopefully plenty of detail in this record. I'm sure there will be. All right, earphones are in. Drop it back to 33 1/3 RPM. Get the needle in place. All right, let's see what all the fuss is about jazz. Gonna drop the needle. Time for the groove check. I feel like a Bond villain listening to this. Those hi-hats are so crispy. Got a very poppy feel to it. I already know I'll be kicking back with a book and a tea with this one, popping it on, just relaxing. Bit chaotic on the sax. It's good. Bit of a double time there. I stand corrected, it's not a hi-hat, I think it's a ride. And using the foot pedal with the hi-hat at the same time. And the quality is just amazing. I should have checked how old this record is, but I can't believe how well it sounds like it was recorded. The drummer really sets the tone in a lot of this. drummer and the bass. It's definitely not like anything I've heard before, that's for sure. Going down. That sax playing is just incredible. Jazz feels quite chaotic, to be honest. I know I'm meant to be listening to the sax, but the drummer is just incredible. I mean, you can't really ignore that sax though, can you? Quite full on. You know what? If you speed this up, take out the sax and replace it with some rhythm guitar, you've got Living End. I mean, it's funny how so similar it is. I think it's just that, I don't know if they're using an upright bass on this record, but that sound along with the drums is just very similar. Man, I can't get over those drums. That's awesome. Here I am, meant to be reviewing Mr. John Coltrane. I'm talking about the drums the whole time. Yeah, I think this one needs a few listens, to be honest. It's very hard to take everything in at once. It sounds great, it sounds even busier than Bowie's record. There's not much like space to breathe. In saying that, we may actually get some right here. But yeah, it's very hard to take in when every instrument is a standout. And yeah, they are all playing together, but of course the sax is meant to be sitting on top of everything. Blasting away, spamming the notes, hitting the melodies. But they're so hard to hear when everyone else is so exceptional at the same time. I'm really enjoying this piano though. I'm finding the piano also, just because it's not as harsh, it doesn't have as much of that high end. It's actually sitting better in the mix. It's easier for me to take everything in currently. It actually sounds like an electric piano. It's almost got like that very faint organ electric keyboard sound to it as well, which I like. And I mean, that bass player must have just incredible, reactions, reflexes. Because the whole time he's going bom, 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 bom in random spots. And it may not be random, but it just sounds like he'd be moving around a lot. Also looks like the tracks are like about 10 minutes each. It's just like 2 tracks on each side, so it's, yeah. I wonder if any of it is improvised, especially from John Coltrane. Man, that bass just sounds incredible. It sounds like I'm right there with it. Here we go again. Back to the Bond villain. Wow. Yeah, that was a lot to take in. That was quite interesting. Gone straight into it again. How do people go to jazz concerts and sit still? I'm sitting here, I'm tapping my feet so quick, I'm bopping around. It just makes you want to move. Also reminds me of watching Whiplash. Great movie, by the way. I can only imagine that someone like John Mayer listened to a lot of jazz, because the runs on the sax sound a lot like how he plays guitar. And some bits are just pure chaos. Oh my god, I feel like I need a nap after this. It's so chaotic. I take back what I said about putting on this record, having a book, cup of tea. This is not that record. That sounds nice. I like that. Oh, that was cool. This is good. I like this. This brings it down a bit. Less is definitely more with this. And the reverb on that. And I really do not think it was added in post. It just sounds like the room that they were playing within. It's incredible. I really like their triplets as well in jazz. Just on that right. See, now you just have the... Before it was the drums going ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. But now it's just it was the bass and the piano. It feels like it's almost toning it down in terms of the peaks and valleys. And to me, that it provides a smoother experience in sections like this. Now the drums are doing it again, but very quietly. And we're building again. We're getting back into it. I can't tell if that's two different instruments there, the switch over to Coltrane sax and something else. Something a bit lower. But it definitely has that like high pitch, almost like trumpet feel to it. See, now the drummer. The drummer has to really get in there now that you have this sax that is just dominating this mix so much. Yeah, we're building now. Yeah, I like this piece of music much better than the first one. It feels like it has breaks when it's needed and sections. The first song just sounded like it's just going for it. Just going for it. And I think I'll appreciate it a lot more in the second listen. That was cool. Oh yes, I was hoping for this. I love a good bass solo. And this sounds like a cello, not a upright bass. And yeah, ignore my ignorance because potentially you could probably just play the cello like an upright bass, right? That drummer really has to bring things down now. Now we've got a piano solo. I mean, it really feels like you're just sitting there watching this live and whoever's announcing the players, Mr. Blah 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 on the piano, and it's really cool. I can imagine it would have been great to see at the time. I wonder how this sounds in mono. I wonder if it's a bit less chaotic, because this is like swarming your head with sounds. The mono might just be everything sits perfectly in the middle. And I think that's how it was originally intended. And this does sound great. It does bring a lot of life to the record. But I can just imagine it was a nightmare to mix. I love it when they do stuff like that. There's got to be that space to breathe. Wow. Is that it? Oh my gosh. I think I need a break after that. Woo. Yeah, so that was a lot. I am excited about getting into side 2. I really hope that I have the mental energy to listen to it, because it is a lot. It's more than any other record. I've listened to like System of a Down, which is like obviously not the heaviest of caliber within heavy music, but it's full on, and this is a lot more full on than that. Here we go. Head into side 2. Is it going to be more chaos? Less chaos? We're going to find out. And we'll give the record a good clean. I left my cleaner over here. Let's wipe that away. All right. I don't even think it's time for the groove check. It's time for the chaos check. Let's see if they bring it. Wow. I really like this one. This one's cool. Sounds very uniform. And that drummer, I don't know how he can play all these different rhythms at the same time. That bass is really going for it. It's bouncing around the neck everywhere. Definitely a lot again. Not as much as that first track. That first track, wow, it was a lot. Oh my gosh. See, I'd love to know what instrument this is. I believe it could be a trumpet. It sounds like a trumpet to me. I'm probably going to say the most controversial thing here. I like it the most when John Coltrane is not playing. It's just too much. It's too much. Like, it slices through the mix a lot. And yeah, it's really cool to be able to hear everything from the instrument. Maybe it could do with some compression. Gonna be cancelled. You know what? Maybe it won't sound like as much through, regular headphones. Nice. But yeah, I think through regular headphones or earphones or even speakers, when they're not so treble heavy, they're a bit more warm. I think it would sound nice. But through these earphones, it's quite intense. This sounds like if Elephant were an instrument. Here we go. Nice, we got a piano solo. Bring it down a bit. I think a part of my issue, or lack of appreciation, may fall within the fact that I have never attempted to play the saxophone, or, you know, the closest I've been is clarinet. Where I'm currently learning keyboard, I know a bit of drums, I play guitar, and it's gonna take a second here for this. Nothing beats a drum solo. Nice, that was so good. Yeah, so I played these instruments, and because I know how hard it is for me, I have a lot more appreciation for other people who do play it. And it's hard for me to understand just how hard it might be for, you know, John Coltrane playing all these riffs, these lines. So yeah, it could be my lack of, I don't know if empathy is the right word there, but yeah, I can't really quite understand how difficult this might be. And this might be it. Maybe he just needs more room to breathe within these pieces of music, because like now, when it's just him playing, it's quite nice, and it's actually quite easy to follow where he might be going. But within everything else, just chaos. Just chaos. So we got 3 tracks on this side. This one's nice. It's crazy how much they bring it down. You know, I feel like they could really do with some in-between between this and the last track. Just imagining myself at an old jazz bar. Like a whiskey or something. Really takes me back to a time I never lived in. Oh, that was great. They're actually really good at signaling a change within either the solo instrument or, yeah, a change in the music itself. Man, this just feels so warm. It feels so nice. I'm expecting our last track here is going to be a bit of a heavy hitter. I feel as if this track would have placed really well as track 2. Just giving you a bit of time to bring things down and just have a chance to relax. See what the drummer did there with the hi-hats? It's quite easy to tell, yeah, I think there's going to be a new instrument coming in here. And I think it just really helps with that shock of change, really. I can't quite tell, there's a sound in the middle that's almost feels like it's swirling a little. It's like a sound. I don't know if that's intentional or just the recording, but it's quite nice. It sounds really cool. Just adds like a really nice warm like fuzz over everything, but a little bit distracting at the same time. If you know what that is, please comment and let me know, because I'm interested to find out. whether that's intentional, and also what are they actually playing. There we go, it's just a snare this time to change things up. I don't know if they're coming through, but it sounds like the bass went so high up in the neck there. And there really wasn't much bass to it at all. It sounded really cool. I've noticed a few more instruments now sitting within the mix, so it's not too busy, but it's sounding busier again. Thrown off a bit there was no change. The drummer did a bit of something there. What a song. That was a really good song. And yeah, quite a change from the other ones there. And we're back to chaos now. Let's find out. We're back to chaos. Not too chaotic though. I really think it is all, like, it's all how that saxophone comes through. And whether it really has that, not necessarily ear-piercing treble sound to it, which I assume just comes from playing the instrument harder. Kind of like this, but it makes it just a bit harder to hear everything going on. Maybe that's the point. Wow. I feel like I'm now getting the ear for it. Almost feels like I have to go back to the start now and listen again. I don't have much more to say anymore. Just kind of taking it in. And like every time I go to talk, something happens. What I was going to say is, if you are wanting to listen to this whole recording in full, because I have to break it up on YouTube to avoid copyright claims, I actually do have it on my Patreon. It's a small fee per month, but you'll be able to hear the record in full, which, I mean, to me personally, it makes so much more sense to listen to it in that way. Basically as it was intended to be listened to. I'm glad this record isn't too long because, yeah, it almost feels like you can get a bit of like jazz fatigue. You need moments like this. This is just what I needed, really. Wow, that piano player is just incredible. Nice, here we go. I love how much that drummer has to bring things down as well. And the piano as well. It just helps everything shine through. Back into it. Wow. Oh man, that was great. It's really just brought me back there. Nice. That was a cool ending. That's a very interesting one. I think it nearly sounded exactly how I thought it was going to sound, but the way I thought I was going to feel was completely off. I was expecting to feel almost just like a bit of like a warm blanket or something. Just a really warm, relaxed, easy feeling. And I think that's my association with things like cafes, coffee, the 60s, like things like that just seem so relaxing to me. Putting this on was not the most relaxing thing to listen to put it that way. Not necessarily in a bad way, but not also how I thought I'd be starting my day, to be honest. Definitely high energy, a lot of chaos, especially with John Coltrane's solos. They're very in your ears, in your head, just piercing through. And yeah, admittedly, at times it could make it a bit difficult to listen to. Yeah, I'm hoping to explore the world of jazz more, and I think I would want less of those, high treble instruments, potentially more piano, more bass, more brass instruments. I just prefer it a lot more when it sits a bit lower in the mix. And not to say that this was a bad record or I don't appreciate what it was. It was incredible pieces of music, but it was just a bit too much at times. So yeah, I would say not one of my favorites. And I think the beauty of it now is I know what I'm walking into next time I put it on. And I think I would need to be in actually a high energy kind of state of mind. Yeah, a bit more like physical energy. But yeah, overall, good album. Good album. Good record. I think the good term here is record to use. I've got the next record here actually that we're going to listen to. It is actually a band that I've listened to quite a lot. I grew up on one of their albums that actually featured a one Mr. Dave Grohl on the drums. I'm not talking about Nirvana. I'm not talking about Foo Fighters. It is Queens of Stone Age, Like Clockwork. I can't believe that I have never listened to this in full. I have heard a few songs. I have heard, so we got them here. I've heard I Sat by the Ocean and If I Had a Tail. Both great songs, awesome songs. And I do actually love that they used Alex Turner there for some background vocals. Alex Turner from Arctic Monkeys, which is quite cool. I think they have a pretty close relationship. From memory, Josh Homme, the guitarist and singer for Queens of Stone Age, actually produced one of Arctic Monkeys records, which is, yeah, quite cool. It's kind of like my worlds colliding in such a crazy way. So yeah, this is what we have to look forward to listen to next time. Hope you all enjoyed and get ready for the next one. See you all.